Rachel Talks, Episode 1, Ambiguous Loss, My Mother's Alzheimer Journey, and Learning to Create My Own Closure. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Rachel Talks. I'm Rachel Barnes, also known as Ray of Light Wellness Dallas. Today, I want to talk about something that many people experience but don't always have words for. It's called ambiguous loss. Ambiguous loss is the grief we feel when someone is still physically here, but the relationship we once had or hoped to have is no longer available to us. For me, this journey became very personal when my mother was diagnosed with Alzheimer's and dementia. About 13 years ago, I tried to make peace with my mother. I tried to express the pain and hurt I experienced growing up. But when we had those conversations, it became very clear that she remembered our lives very differently than I did. At the time, I thought maybe one day things would be different. I held on to hope. I thought that as she got older, maybe she would see things from another perspective. Maybe she would understand the pain that I carried. Maybe there would be a conversation where we could finally meet in the middle. Maybe there would be an apology. Maybe there would be closure. But after 2020, Alzheimer's began to progress rapidly. And that's when I had to face the difficult truth. The closure I was waiting for might never come. Not because I wasn't worthy of it. Not because my feelings weren't valid, but because the disease was taking away the opportunity for that conversation to ever happen. What I discovered was that I wasn't just grieving my mother's diagnosis. I was grieving the relationship I wish we could have had. I was grieving the understanding that I had hoped for so long. I was grieving the apology I thought I would need to heal everything. And I was grieving the future version of our relationship that would never exist. That realization was heartbreaking, but it was also freeing because I began to understand that healing doesn't always come from another person. Sometimes healing comes from ourselves. Sometimes closure is something that we create for ourselves. I realized I could honor my truth without needing someone else to validate it. I could acknowledge my pain without requiring anyone else's agreement. I could forgive without forgetting. And most importantly, I could choose peace. Not because what happened didn't matter, but because my peace matters more. This journey inspired me to write a song called Love I Never Got. The song became a way for me to release years of sadness, disappointment, grief, and longing. A way to transmute pain into love and light. A way to honor my experience without allowing it to define me. My hope is that this song reaches anyone who has ever felt unseen, unheard, misunderstood, or left waiting for closure that never arrived. Maybe your story involves Alzheimer's. Maybe it involves dementia. Maybe it's estrangement. Maybe it's addiction. Maybe it's someone who is still alive but emotionally unavailable. What your story may be, whatever it may be, I want you to know this. You are allowed to grieve. You are allowed to heal. You are allowed to create your own peace. Because closure doesn't always come from some other person, place, or thing. Sometimes closure comes when you decide to stop waiting. Thank you for joining me for episode 1 of Rachel Talks. If this message resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to learn more about healing from trauma, emotional wounds, and reconnecting with your authentic self, please visit my website, rachelbarnes.net. And I just want you to know that you can listen to my song, Love I Never Got, on all platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, and even on YouTube. Please take a listen and kind of see if you can feel the energy that I was trying to portray and the healing that I want for myself and everyone else. So until next time, remember, you don't have to receive peace from someone else to create peace within yourself. I'm Rachel Barnes, Ray of Light Wellness Dallas, and I'll see you on the next episode. Until then, have a powerful day.